MobbGod checking in, aka Savage, one of the greatest producers, musicians, just all out figures from Baton Rouge, period. I put on for my city. I put on for South Baton Rouge. I come down here to 504. I lock in with y'all. New Orleans #2 on my Apple Music. So I'm like, damn, finally. Because usually I don't never get that motion like I've been getting lately down here. So yeah, y'all loving me back, and I appreciate that. I'm back in this mug. What's up?
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
I got you. So, we ain't gonna ask you the same, if questions no more about where you're from. You just said that and all that, but they be like, lately, you've been speaking your mind.
I've been fired up.
Just
I gotta let niggas know that every day it's a struggle for me not to say nothing. And so for somebody to be owing you money for 20-something years and then sell a catalog, I'm talking about Trill, and I did say fuck them, and I meant that. And it hurt my heart to have to say that, because it was a time we should have been family and should have stayed family, but bad business never get you nowhere. You can't be a real nigga doing bad business ever. So yeah, being that they still owe me, we're gonna get down to the bottom of it one way or another. But yeah, I got to have mine. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make that happen.
Hey, so let's bring it back, how was you first, introduced to, with the record label, and did you come as one artist, or did you come as one producer?
To be honest, we was already doing our thing in Uptown, which is the top part of Baton Rouge. We call it top Uptown or whatever. So we was already doing our thing. I was doing my thing with TBG, with Ivy. We was Uptown All Stars at the time. So you know what I'm saying, people like Ivy. Even Boosie came through and messed with us early. You know what I'm saying? Like when Loke went to jail, that's when we started working with Boosie. So whether we was locking in with Boosie or not, whether I locked in with Trill or not, I had already been doing music. We was already established, you see what I'm saying? So TBG was a thing even back in early 2000, you feel me? So I was already locked in with them, and we kind of embraced Boosie coming off of the thing with Loke, because Loke was just going to jail. So DJ Wookie, that's what everybody did their music at. If you was, you know what I'm saying, in the clique or whatever, you recorded that Wookie shit. So everybody from the top pretty much recorded with Wookie. And he introduced me to Trill by playing some beats of mine while I wasn't around. So they wanted to find out who did the beats or whatever, and that's how I ended up locking in with them through Wookie, because he put me in position to, you know what I'm saying. That's around the time when Boosie did his first mixtape with them. So from day one, you know what I'm saying, I've been pivotal in the scene or helping contribute, you know what I'm saying, just history to the whole ordeal. So, yeah, I've been locked in since day one with that shit.
Okay, so and so let's bring it back to the early days. But when you first signed with them, you probably was younger, so you didn't really understand,
right.
The publishing and everything.
I ain't gonna lie. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't well versed as I am now. But I'm looking at the contract, and I'm like, okay, they ain't trying to give a nigga number 35. I think I signed for $3,500, bro. Not think I know. I signed for $3,500. I asked him for an extra $300 because I had some tickets to pay off to try to get my license back valid. So the nigga ended up giving me $3,800, right? So $3,800 is what I received, and then I might have got two $500 checks from them. Feel what I'm saying? The rest of the time, I never seen no bread. So even with the paperwork, y'all breaching the contract, y'all not even paying the payout on time. You ain't doing the facts and figures on time. You ain't doing the points. You ain't doing none of the royalties like you said you was gonna do. Even shit that they was supposed to do aside from the deal, you folded on that. So you flaked. If you can't, if as a man, if you can't stand on your word, if your word ain't worth a fuck, you not worth a fuck as a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's them dudes done ate off this catalog for 20 plus years, turn around, sell a catalog, still didn't clear the payments that they had to pay niggas who actually made the music. And I feel like that's a slap in the face. So what's crazy to me is, only reason I went off on them niggas like that, because I know human behavior. All this time y'all been quiet about it. When I say shit about it, ain't nobody speak up. But the minute I done went off on y'all, start calling y'all names and all kind of fuck ass niggas and all that type of shit, now I get a response. Everybody posting on their pages and making responses to my videos and all that. I don't give a fuck. You ain't feel no kind of way when y'all wasn't paying me, or when y'all was living off this publishing money. You know, y'all putting y'all kids through school, you paying your mortgage, you doing all kind of family shit that other niggas deserve to do too with their money that they've earned. So I ain't asking a nigga to give me nothing. You got to give me what I earned, what's mine. So it's going to come the hard way or the easy way. Not a thing that people keep saying, man, keep it in court, take it to court, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Man, I feel like dudes don't even respect that. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to cost me money to even do that, which I'm willing and prepared to do that. But at the same time, yeah, you got to feel some kind of anguish and animosity. You got to feel my hunger. You got to feel my aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look me in the face and know every day I'm thinking about that money and I want my shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they feel like is the answer for them to keep doing, to keep that bread, man, do it, bro. I salute you, bro. Keep trying. But I'm going to keep coming for it. So a nigga can't tell me what to say, how to say. Like, once you disrespected somebody, you can't tell them how to clap back. You can't tell them what to do and what's fair and what's not. I don't give a fuck. Now the gloves off. And I be outside and I'm looking for people. Okay, let me get my shit, because guess what? Your intellectual property, bro, that create revenue, that create streams, that create funding, that create legacy. So my kids deserve to eat off that shit just like they kids was eating off it, right? So ain't nobody finna shortstop that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no kind of way about what I said. I don't have no regrets. I just hate I had to get ugly about that shit. And I hate that I'm gonna have to get uglier if nothing changed. Like, this ain't the same little dude that signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas grown men that apply pressure behind the things that we believe in and that we love and we stand on. And that's what's coming behind anybody that violate my principles, period.
Right. Well, speaking on, people, it be like record labels and like, it be like young black people getting in this business. It be like starting like, it be like most black label owners always kind of go through the same type of thing, it's always one, I'm like revolving cycle, like, if they don't pay the artists, like publishing, if they try to find a way, like, I don't know no record label yet that you don't hear like the other, like, the backstories, like, man, they ain't do this, like, and the crazy part is I didn't really hear bad stories about one person, Suge Knight. Like, Suge used to pay people up front.
Suge paid people for the stuff they ain't even do yet.
Yeah.
Suge was taking care of people. Suge was cutting checks before he even knew if your album was gonna make a return. That's the thing that people not giving him credit for.
They don't give him credit for a lot of things.
He took care of a lot of people, right? With my situation, bro, you can't tell me $3,800 is worth stealing from me for 20 years. Man, you gotta feel some type of, I gotta twist them niggas nipples or something.
But I ain't lie,
you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people don't even give people even a signing bonus and like still take their publishing and royalties and everything.
Right. But it just, I ain't gonna even lie to you. That's a clear-cut indication that a nigga a slime ball. You a snake, you a slime ball. You ain't shit as a person, as a man. You taking advantage of other young black men for your own personal gain to make sure your legacy secured. If you niggas could rap, why you ain't do it? If you niggas could make the beats, why you ain't do it? Feel what I'm saying? So now y'all wasn't doing that shit. Y'all had to outsource other niggas to do that shit. And there's a portion for the label to have they set up publishing where you get paid for the rest of your life. You own the masters. You own 50% of the publishing. So take your portion. But what would make a nigga take, this is why it's not a mistake, what would make a nigga take everybody's shit? That shit wasn't personal to me. They did that shit to Boosie. They did that shit to Webby. They did that shit to Mouse. They did that shit to Fox. They did that shit to Big Head. They did that shit to fucking the other fake soldier boy who used to be with. They did that shit to Shell. And you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. So it's not a mistake. It's the way a nigga living. If ain't nobody saying then how you living and how you doing, niggas, of course they gonna keep doing it. But it's just that now I'm prepared to go as far as it gotta go in order for to rectify the situation. Ain't nobody really applying pressure to them dudes like that. Now, from my understanding, and I don't even like speaking up for another man, but from my understanding, other people within the label have had to take them to court to even get their little bread or whatever they was owed. You feel what I'm saying? I remember I did 3 songs on BG last album before he went to jail, Too Hood for Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah.
I not only did I do the beats, I co-wrote them bitches. So BG allowed me to write with him and do the songs together. We did all 3 of them bitches together. Man, they would not clear the songs for Dude album until they got paid, which I was already in the hole with me. So what you trying to get paid off of something for me already and you in the hole with me? They held BG album up. And this one when he was still, when Dude, Anthony Murray was still his manager. So you can ask Anthony Murray, like they held Dude album up because they wouldn't clear the shit until they went ahead and paid what they cut out the check and then gave me the rest. You feel like pussy ass shit like that if you know you owe me already, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no, it's a choice. And niggas still making the same choice because the producers that they working with today actually be reaching out to me.
So I never understood that either. Like I don't really know, the details of like signing to a record label as a producer. So you telling me that basically, but while you working with BG, you still had to like clear the business with Trill still.
Yeah, because I was signed exclusively to them as a producer.
Okay.
So a part of their production team. So it's just that they get first deals on all the beats to decide, hey, we fucking with this or we not fucking with that. You can sell it somewhere else. Or even if they not, tripping on buying the beat, they still got to clear it because a producer. Yeah.
And so you did that deal for like $3,800.
$3,800. 6 years I was signed. It was a 6-year deal. I signed in 2006. I started working with them in 2004. You know what I'm saying? I never seen all the back end money that I be getting now is the money I learned how to get while I was there when I stopped fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? When I started like coming down here fucking with Sam and them, like Squad Up and all that, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of seen how them niggas was running they shit. Like they was fucking with dude in Ohio at the time, nigga named Lee. I remember Lee. I was fucked because I used to go up there to Ohio and do shit with him or whatever. But I'm looking at how they running their independent circuit, you know what I'm saying? And just knowing that them getting on the road, doing little stops here and there, doing interviews, doing whoop, whoop, whoop. Same way we work our shit now, it's like it kind of showed me how to get that hustle and bustle behind my shit where I could start creating my own revenue. You feel what I'm saying? But them niggas never them niggas never went out their way to teach a nigga the game because you always beating a nigga down because you stealing from a nigga. So when I say they make a nigga sign work for hire to this day, work for hire mean you gonna get this $500 check this one time. You ain't gonna never see no residual. So what they gonna do is put it under their publishing. They gonna make all the back end off that shit and you'll never get paid again. So if it's a mistake, then why is you bitch ass niggas still making niggas sign work for hire? And these are young black men that could probably be set for life if they would have the rights to their work that they, you know what I'm saying? So you talking about taking a nigga livelihood. You talking about niggas going through evictions or niggas going through having to get jobs or niggas going through jail stints and all this shit where your financial life will cripple your personal life if that shit ain't in order. So for another black man to be trying to take food out another nigga mouth when you should be teaching them how to eat, you feel me? That's a slap in the face. You could never say them niggas real niggas around me. Nobody could ever say them niggas real niggas around me because it is what it is, the proof in the pudding. If it was a mistake, it would have been one artist, but you did that to every artist. You see what I'm saying? So with that shit not making no money, okay, I see an opportunity, let me sell a catalog or let me sell a portion of it to try to make you double dipping. You already done ate off it for years. Now you want to eat off it again, you done sold it, relinquishing the responsibility, but all that shit got to be atoned for. All that shit got to be accounted for, one way or another.
Right. And, it's just, like, when I hear stories about that, I be like, this kind of, it's sad because it's like, it happens so often.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, looking back at it, do you think that it was worth even, like, signing for the $3,800? Like, even with the opportunity, because, Trill should be, like, for Louisiana, it's cash money, no limit in Trill. So it's like, it's still within the family. Yeah,
nigga can't erase the legacy, but that was a group effort.
Right.
Nigga can't erase the legacy because all of us made contributions, you know what I'm saying, to make that shit what it was. But for two niggas to eat more than the niggas who, you know what I'm saying, for that long, like, come on, bro. It's time for a reality check, bro. You can't feel no kind of way because a nigga want what's theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So, like, for any, maybe like young producer right now watching this interview, they be like, what's your advice to them? Someone who don't really have the money, somebody offering them like 5-10 bands to sign, all their beats, like, exclusively on like with their label.
And that's cool. Keep your publishing though. Put everything in writing where you can establish that you will keep your ownership of your shit. You know what I'm saying? Producers are automatically entitled to 50% of the track. Every time it's time to get the business clear, no matter how long I've been doing this shit, every time it's time for the royalties and the rights to get figured out, the splits to get broken down, a nigga act like the producer making off with a steal when this is what I'm earning because I'm the nigga that's the driving force to this shit. I'm the nigga making the beat. I'm the nigga telling you what to talk about. I'm the nigga creating the cadence, the fucking tempo, the feel, the vibe, the key to that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm creating an atmosphere, nigga, for you to bust your shit on and do what you gotta do to go to the next level. Now, rappers, you got to understand, niggas could go out here and create they revenue by doing shows, doing features. Man, rapper could eat. A producer got to wait on that money. You're going to get paid for the track, then you got to wait on your royalties, you know what I'm saying, on the back end. So you want to own as much of your shit as possible, especially down the line, because I'm still eating off shit that's 20 years old, and it's paying, like, it's the top paying shit on my catalog, and it's 20 years old. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the importance. I've been able to do great things off my music catalog. My whole thing is, if I've been able to do the shit with just half of my motherfucking catalog, imagine if I've had all my catalog in my pocket. Then I'd really be living like a fat, you know what I'm saying? Like a boss, like the shit a nigga earn. All these fucking years of hard work a nigga put in, all these late night sessions, all these sacrifices. I got to eat off that shit, not another nigga, you know what I'm saying, to keep eating off that. No. And I don't need permission to get my shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to either come with it or we going to have to do what we got to do.
Like, I just be trying to sit there and figure out, because you like I just mentioned, there were like 3 record labels and all of them went through the same thing. Like, artists complaining about their bread and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I be trying to figure out, like the mindset of, everyone young label owner getting all that money and not keeping it.
That money, when that money drop in a nigga hand, all that loyalty, all that we did it together, all that family shit go out the window, bro. And it's the same way in the street. Like when a niggas getting money together, bro, let's say a nigga find a better connect or a better plug. Oh, man, nigga finna try to milk you. Y'all been working together all this time, but nigga finna try to milk you and keep the plug to theyself. You feel what I'm saying? When really we could all be eating and turning this shit up. That's all it is. When that money in niggas' hand, the morals change, the ethics change, the status change, the outlook change, the perception change. That money a motherfucker, bro. So really, it's like, I can remember the nights niggas like, yeah, bro, when we get these hits, or when we do woo, or when we get out here and we out, man, nigga was all in there. We was all in there 4, 5, 6 in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? So what happened to, oh yeah, we all gonna do woo? It could have still been going on. But once a nigga don't want to pay, man, and then, bro, I feel worse for the niggas on the label who was further than me and who was held in higher regard than me and who was further along than me and on countdowns and all this shit. I feel more bad for them niggas because they ain't got nothing now, and I'm a hustler. I knew I was gonna be straight regardless, whether it's knocking heads off in the street or fucking bagging grocery, or I'm gonna do the best job at whatever it is I chose to do. I knew I was gonna get some money. But I feel bad for them niggas because rap all they had, now they looking bad, they fucked up. And the nigga owe them, but they can't even live off the shit that they put in. You know what I'm saying? Like the work that they put in. I feel bad for them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
But I think, it's greed, because, like, if you getting a check for $20 million and you can't get them do nothing, that's a different type of person.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
Like, what can you possibly do with all that money? Like, like, you can't, like, but your legacy, I would think that your legacy will build more through the people that you
blessing niggas gang. Yeah. And a lot of people don't respect the blessing because that's all I'm about is blessing niggas game. I love to be a blessing. There's no better feeling than knowing you helped change somebody's life or knowing you was the one who believed in them first. You see what I'm saying? Right. Knowing that you just trying to push them along and you want the best for them. Man, niggas slap you in the face all the time for doing that. I can't change who I am as a person because that's where my fulfillment comes from, because I'm a person who gives service. You feel what I'm saying? That's what God put me here for. So he know, like, that's why I'm always straight, because I do so much for other people to the point where even if I'm on my last, man, God gonna sneeze on me every time because I'm constantly giving. Granted that the people may change that I have to give it to, or I can't expose myself to, because a leech identify a giver any day of the week. A taker gonna identify a giver any day of the week. And I know this, so I gotta keep people the fuck away from me, because I know I overutilize myself and overhelp motherfuckers. And that's really what I've done with all these rap niggas who ain't did a fucking thing for a nigga, or not look back one time like, yeah, bro, you kept a G with me when I ain't had nowhere to record, woo, you looked out, woo. Man, them niggas don't do that. So it's like a two-way street. It's like, man, a lot of times rotten niggas deserve rotten niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that you gotta align with niggas who really own the shit you own. And like you say, man, once that money hit a nigga hand, that shit get greeted, bro. And
I ain't gonna lie to you, even just speaking on you know, I always tell people the story. Every time somebody mention, I'm like, man, dude, if a dude made a show, but I was straight in Atlanta, he ain't even from Atlanta. We walk across the street,
man, I'm
to like real. Young Thug section,
Yeah,
on Cleveland Avenue,
right.
Going by Muktober.
And my name's still up on the fucking wall on my building and the building across the street. I ain't asked them people to do that. But you know what I'm saying? They got Free Thug, then they got Mob next to that. You know, I'm not from there. But that's just the amount of work I put in that area, the amount of belief I put into people. If it require me, and there's some shit I don't believe in either. Man, I feed buku people. Man, I do so much shit. I give so many clothes away, so much shit. I never feel like it's meant to be publicized, bro. I never want to fucking put the camera on and be like, yeah, let me show me giving some shit away. That ain't what I'm doing it for, because otherwise God not gonna bless that. Because I'm doing it for the wrong reason, you feel what I'm saying? But that's why Cleveland love me like they do, because that's what I'm out there doing every day in the trenches. And y'all see me out here with my kids every day, walking them to y'all same schools. I'm on the same corners y'all on. I'm fellowshipping with y'all in these same grocery stores, these same hood stores. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep niggas out of trouble, bringing niggas into this and keeping niggas out of that. Like as a real OG, bro, that's our job. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Instead of leading niggas to destruction, you're supposed to be leading niggas to a better life, or a better way of thinking, or being able to see shit from a different perspective. That's what we supposed to be doing.
Right. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I just seeing all those, you know, just hearing them stories as well. Like, I just can't never get it. But like, you know, like, do you think like if the conversation it will be open, if you know, it be like one day, it be say, I'm like, Turk and Mel call you like, man, let's have a meeting. It was just us three, and you know, it be just, I'm like, you know,
yeah,
it be like, let's try to figure it out.
Yeah. And if they and bro, I wouldn't have went off had they ever did that.
I'm talking about like, I'm talking about now.
Yeah, but
like
if the door really been open for that so long though, to the point where now I don't give a fuck. But if they was to, then I'm a man. I'm going to let another man try to speak his piece so you can let me hear you out. You see what I'm saying? Because they say you're not supposed to turn a man away that's trying. You feel me? So if a nigga would be gracious enough and humble themselves enough to be like, yeah, bro, I fucked up, bro. We ain't no blah, 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 blah. Let's make it right. Yeah, I'm willing to sit down and have a conversation. But I'm not going to sit down and have a conversation for a nigga to act like you big dogging me, or you lip boying me, or like you finna continue to take what you've already taken. Because see, I'm gonna tell you something else too. Being that I'm military, prior military, and I had to go to the war, like with the way PTSD works is that your memory is so graphic and visual, and that you relive moments of things that piss you off or things that hurt you in the past, right? So you relive them moments like they fresh. Like I done been going to therapy and all this shit to not be the type of nigga that I don't want to be, because I know how I get to acting. You see what I'm saying? And it's all about growth. It's all about development. It's about going to therapy. It's about getting that time in, getting that shit off your chest to try to grow mentally. So I've even been doing all that shit to try not to like spaz on these niggas for something I know I'm 100% right about. You feel me? So if I've done all that and I still feel how I feel about the situation, that means it's that serious to me, bro. So I don't like my principles violated. I don't like to be financially violated. And those are two of the things that if anything a nigga gonna go out for, is two of those things right there. So we dealing with a very fine line. We dealing with a very tight rope in this situation. And there's no more leeway for me to give them. That's it.
All right, gotcha. So, I'm like, what's next for you?
MM4LJ, that's my artist, bro. One of the coldest rappers in BR right now. I'm about to drop a project on him. I'm working on my own solo project. I got a compilation about to come out with a bunch of cats that I've been dealing with in BR. So I want everybody to kind of see how they coming. And it just give me the opportunity to keep showcasing my beats and my production, so I can show niggas like I don't come no one way. I'm 20 years plus in this shit, still getting it, still sought out, still getting flew out to do this production and bring life to niggas' music, and that's really my specialty, bro. So eventually, man, I feel like I want to do jazz, honestly. I'm gonna do jazz albums, and I'm gonna play every fucking thing myself.
Work everything, huh?
I'm gonna play everything, bro, and just, cause like, man, at the end of the day, man, rappers don't realize nobody about to buy a acapella album, but a producer could sell beats and instrumentals all fucking day. You see what I'm saying? Artists need to value their producers more. You need to lock in with them niggas more. You need to make sure them niggas straight. If a nigga mixing, master, recording you all night, a nigga doing these beats for you all night, you know you ain't paying him every day, man. At least do something once a week for the nigga. Work together to try to make it further together. Right. Not just taking advantage of one nigga, letting one nigga take all the risks and you get the reward. Now it gotta be a team effort.
Man, I tell artists all the time, like, man, don't ruin no relationship. I'm like, even just the media, like the media and the DJs, like, you know, you could be at the top, but even the top artist gonna decline. And guess what? And without the media people and them DJs not on your side, you gonna go all the way down. Nobody's not gonna be there to help you even stop falling. So it's like even the producers, like, if you burn your bridges, they be like, what can you do?
Yeah.
Because guess what? They be like, producers are cool with other producers. Like, man, dude did this to me.
Right.
What you think gonna happen?
Oh yeah, people talk. For sure. People talk. And when you develop a bad reputation for doing bad business, it's gonna follow you everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one thing about the label I was with. I feel like them niggas had did so much bad business that people just stopped wanting to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? We really had something special at one point, and it could have went much further. But that greed, man, that greed, that money, it's just a motherfucker. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you know, last but not least, tell the world. I'm like, what can they find you at on social media? And I'm like, everywhere else.
MobbGod 8 CEO, and on Twitter I'm just MobbGod. So, yeah, I'm on that thing every day, bro. You're going to see me on G to P page. You're going to see me on Nolazine. You're going to see me on Ghetto Ways, sometimes Dumb News, all kind of platforms and outlets, bro. Whatever we on, bro. I want to shout out the bloggers, though, man, because the positive ones. I know people just be reporting the shit that's going on, but it's a way to do it with taste and class. And then it's a way to do it where you just stirring shit up and you don't have to face no consequences. I feel like Nolazine always do a classy job of like representing artists and letting them speak their piece, not just following up on no bullshit and controversy.
And speaking on that, why you said that, because Nolazine is different from everybody. Nolazine is actually like outside the streets. Everybody else kind of do what you know a lot of dudes doing in the streets, like, you know.
They throw rocks and hide their hand,
like me,
bro.
I'm really outside, and plus, I got numerous of stand-up people that wouldn't even like on call be like, hey, no,
yeah,
because you know it was a lot that come with that.
Yeah,
it's a lot that come with. Like I always tell people before they do interviews, you know, what happens in the streets, stay in the streets. Mm-hmm. Don't put it on the internet. I don't even want to be on that with you.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, you know, even like, you know, that's why I tell people I'm a media company. Everybody else can be the blog. I ain't reporting no news. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm not knocking what people do because, you know, we need to know about the news too.
Right. But it's just always a way to do shit with
Right.
with tact, with organization, with clarity.
Right.
Yeah.
But even with being a blogger is dangerous. Like you posting these dudes business, you better be ready when them dudes rock up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody not about to like going for
but
that.
you know what? And that's what separates me too from the average person, because I hate how niggas be aggressive with each other, but they never aggressive with the oppressor. So that like we on some different shit out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Well, this whole world got
like
picks and chooses.
we be so hard on each other as black people, and we never give that same aggression and fire to the real oppressors or the real enemies that's really, you know what I'm saying, putting the blinders on us. Like we'll fight each other till we blue in the face, but won't fight together.
Right. And the realest shit is, the thing is, people like even just an average street dude, they just feel like people go for stuff that's easier. Mm-hmm. Like most dudes that's out killing is killing their friends,
right?
Or they're killing someone black because they know, but it might not get that much. Investigated.
Yeah.
But if you kill somebody white up, baby, you already know it's up.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I think that's why people like I don't believe everybody out here who doing something is a gangster.
Right.
And people not ready for that conversation. Yep. Like I tell people often, like, man, that dude gonna rat. I could look at a rat. It don't matter how hard he is, how kill he is, I could tell who ain't built for it. Yeah. Like it's easy to kill somebody. It's easy to kill, especially if you a person that kills somebody who always catch somebody slipping. Mm-hmm. Ain't too many people gonna head up.
Oh,
ain't too many people ain't ready for those shootouts.
Of course.
Like the army teaches you for shootouts.
Of course.
The dudes in the streets, you ain't, man, when you hear things breaking up behind you.
And that's what I be meaning by like just moving different. Like, man, I actually went to war. I'm talking about you and it's a job. 16-hour days, it's a fucking job to be at war. Like it's your head on the swivel the whole time, and you got to do your job, and you got to carry your pistol, and you got to carry your rifle. You see what I'm saying? You got to carry a gas mask, an atropine needle, all while you on high alert. Because anything bombs possible. Dropping.
Anything possible.
Every day. So it's like the shit that I'm seeing in the streets and the shit I went through in real war is no comparison. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really like I saw my partner Jay Austin on No Rap Cap the other day. He was saying like, yeah, essentially I'm a trained killer. Yeah, that's what we got trained to do essentially, because you not only are you getting survival skills, but you're getting rifle skills, you're getting critical thinking skills. You got to know how to move, like how not to take the same route. Like it's not fair me dealing with somebody, you know what I'm saying, just in the street. It's not fair, bro. So it's that's why I be trying to chill. You see what I'm saying? I know where my head will go. I know what my mind be on. And I know what I'm trying to get away from that took me a long time to grow from. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you say, man, niggas be trying to put on this facade like they street. But you take a nigga like myself who speak with poise and diction, and you might assume some things, but at the same time, like, man, it's more rugged on my end than probably the average person out here walking free. You see what I'm saying? So, nah, you can't judge a book by its cover, bro. And a lot of times you just gotta take. I feel like it's just good and it's evil, bro.
Right. And I always tell people it's easier to crash out than like let that shit slide.
Yeah.
Like, and to let it slide takes way more.
And that's what I be trying to tell
people. Like
to
let it. Like I be telling people, I caught myself. I'm like, it's crazy. Like a dude told me one time, a dude said, man, hey bro, you pretty smart. I say, cause it's easy for the crash. I was like, man, but
really is.
You don't know who is who. It's like, you don't know what I could get done to you, but the whole time I let you slide. But you don't even know that these people looking at me like, you don't even know who you're dealing with.
That's why I be proud of my motherfucking self. Because, like, bro, I used to live a totally different life. That's what made me move to Atlanta. It wasn't that I'm running from nothing. It's let me get the fuck on before I end up in some shit I can't get out of because I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm demonstrating. Point blank, I'm demonstrating. Once I'm there, I'm demonstrating. And once it's in my mind, I'm demonstrating. And I ain't want to just live like that because that shit run the money off. It make people not want to deal with the possibility of you blowing up. It make people not want to deal with wanting to walk on eggshells to be around you. So it's like your attitude, your demeanor play a big role in even future business.
Right.
So it's like, man, I couldn't just be flying off the handle or be the fucking mad rapper all the time, because I wouldn't be able to get shit done. So it's like you still got to keep your edge, but you got to be poised enough and classy enough and well versed enough to still be a fucking gentleman every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important.
Facts.
Yeah.
And you know, and with that being said, you know, but we about to close this out, you know. And I'm glad you came on here to, like,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
tell your story and
Yes,
tell
sir.
how you feel about things, and, you know, help these music artists and artists, like, let you know, like, y'all need to, like, learn the business before you do the business.
Don't sign work for hire, bro. If you did the whole beat, don't sign no work for hire, bro. You know, get your money, get your ASCAP, get your BMI. They got all type of publishing agencies out here that can go get your bread, man. Read, bro. And niggas don't like to read, bro. I'm embarrassed that niggas do not read, bro.
I don't think a lot of people can read.
No, it's facts. It's
think
facts.
they
And
can
I really, listen, man, if you watching this today, man, go get you one book. It could be whatever. It could be a fucking 50-page, but just get one book and get in the habit of fucking reading again, because that shit make you so much sharper than the average Joe. Just because you own your shit, just reading. Knowledge is the absolute most powerful thing that we can have. Applied knowledge, let me say that. Because you can know some shit and not use it, and it won't serve you. But applied knowledge is the most powerful thing.
All right, gotcha. Oh, but then we done.
Yes, sir.
If you ain't doing an interview with Nolazine, what you doing an interview for?